Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 7th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to catch me live, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and you will catch me live. I definitely feel there's some sort of choice that you're making here. I feel like it's been a difficult decision that you've had to make. I really actually, what I feel like for you, Sagittarius, it's like you're just doing something you've never done before in your life. So that's what I'd say here, but it's going to lead to you being the king with this energy. So I definitely like to see that for you as well. Yeah, kind of a weird reading. You start off with the Fork in the Road card. That's actually my favorite card in this deck. Definitely a choice that needs to be made here for you, Sagittarius. Definitely some sort of new direction. Ten of Swords, Two of Swords, Two of Wands, the Moon as well. Here, I mean, this is all about some sort of new path that you're stepping off on. Could be like a new journey as well. And I feel like this is a good thing. Again, Ten of Swords is showing up in your past position. So maybe you went through a difficult ending or maybe you went through some challenges. But the Ten of Swords, it's not the end. Again, everybody always loves to tell me how bad the Ten of Swords is. I'm like, so the Ten of Swords shows up in your reading. Does your life just stop? Does it just magically stop because the Ten of Swords showed up in your reading? No, it doesn't. It continues. Life continues, right? Life continues to move on. So it's like, yeah, maybe you went through something in the past, but I feel like you're moving on to some sort of new beginning here. Yeah, probably with other people. I really feel like you're finding your tribe. Your past few readings have been all about the people in your life. Yeah, I really wonder if it's that South Node, you know? The South Node is on Sagittarius, and, you know, I feel like this could be very interesting for you because I feel like in a lot of ways that it could, you know, or, you know, it could make it so that you're looking for people who are true, who are honest, people who really have your best interests at heart. This could be in work, business, love, pretty much anything. In this first row, you have the Ten of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Hermit here. Again, for some of you, I feel like there's this weird temptation to go back to the past. And I'm not referring to love here, Sagittarius. It could be love, but I feel more like this Two of Wands here he is looking this way, like even further to the past. Again, this is your past position here, Sagittarius. He is looking to the left, my left, and he's looking further back into the past. The Hermit is also looking back into the past here in this situation. The Hermit represents kind of having gone through a lot of challenges and difficulties and having gained a bunch of wisdom. I feel like, and he's standing at the top of a mountain on the Hermit card. He has went through a lot of challenges and difficulties, gained a bunch of wisdom, and now he's shining that inner light in his lantern out into the world. And I feel like for some of you, this is just saying that, you know how they say ignorance is bliss, Sagittarius? That's what I'm picking up here, is it's like one of those things where I feel like you are realizing that you have matured to a certain point in your life. And I feel that in a lot of ways, you're realizing that maybe maybe that's not such a comfortable thing, right? It's like sometimes if we outgrow people in our lives, or maybe our life was simpler or something like that, sometimes it's like we want to go back to that simpler time. But I really feel like you're maturing. I feel like it's a little bit scary. You have the Moon card here in the middle. And again, we're going to clarify this, Sagittarius. It's like a very weird reading, but I feel like this is also a really good reading for you. I feel like you're maturing. I feel like that your life is probably going to change big time here in the near future. You have the Crow Spirit as well, which says co-create with Spirit. You had the co-create card over here as well in your first row. I do feel like finding your tribe, finding your people, finding people who have your back, finding people who want to work together with you is going to be very important. This is in all areas of your life. Again, not just, you know, relationships are going to be super important as we move through the end of the year, like especially once we get into November and like that time frame. I do feel like there's going to be a major focus on our relationships, just based off the astrology. And the other thing is if we're sticking around people who are not good for us, you know, that's probably when we'll encounter challenges. So I feel like that's saying, you know, you need to find the people who want to co-create with you. Yeah, you have the Mouse Spirit as well. I feel like a lot of you are preparing in your life with that Mouse Spirit as well. In this row, you have the Two of Swords, the Moon, and the Temperance card, you showing up in a very strong position here, Sagittarius. I feel like there are fears here with the Moon. Maybe uncertainty about the future, not being sure where your life is going. The Two of Swords, knowing you need to make a choice. And again, it's weird how your reading is set up. It's like one sword is pointing towards this past position, this Ten of Swords. One sword is pointing towards this Page of Swords. Page of Swords kind of is the unknown. Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. It says that you have to learn. You have to figure out where your life is going in the near future, and it's not clear because it's a card of curiosity. You have to be led by curiosity with the Page of Swords, meaning maybe you decide that you want to find new people. Again, the curiosity there is that maybe you have to go out, make new friends, and it's like maybe you have to learn those people as you develop the relationship. So maybe it's not very clear at first. Same thing in love as well. So it's like Page of Swords could say maybe you're looking for true love, but maybe that means you have to go on 20 dates. Maybe that means you have to go on 40 dates or something like that. So I feel like for some of you, that's what you have to do here. Whenever I say stuff like that, also, I always get comments from people who are like, I don't want to go on 40 dates. I don't want to do this. And, they're like, why can't I just find love? I'm like, well, if it was that easy, number one, you probably wouldn't value it, or you wouldn't find the value in it. And number two, maybe that's what it requires. I'm like, you mean to tell me that if I told you that your perfect person was coming in after 40 dates, you wouldn't go on those 40 dates and this person was totally amazing? I think you would. So to me, it's worth the work is what the Page of Swords is saying. But definitely a lot of confusing energy with this moon, but I feel like it's more fears. The moon represents fears and things like that as well. The moon is a card of innovation as well. The moon represents the period after a full moon. And the moon card is a card that is actually a card of innovation. That's why it represents fears. Because if you're trying new things in your life, if you're innovating, then you don't know the details. There is fear because it's like you don't know what's going on here. Next, you have the leadership card in your last row. Definitely you taking the lead in your life, plain and simple. We can clarify it. Yeah, abundance, tons of abundance coming in for you, Sagittarius, as well. You have the Page of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the King of Wands. I feel like this reading is saying that you are stepping into this king energy. I feel like you're stepping into this abundant, kingly energy, just like this King of Wands. I feel like this Eight of Wands is manifestation. Eight of Wands is you telling the universe you want something, and I feel like by telling the universe you want something, I feel like you get it. I feel like our words are very powerful at this time. I feel like the things that we say will probably manifest in our lives very, very quickly with this Eight of Wands energy here, Sagittarius. But let's clarify this crazy reading and let's see what is going on for you here, Sagittarius. Sag, between the Ten of Swords and the Two of Swords, yeah, you have the anchor, the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Spades. This could represent something from the past holding you back. So I would be careful of anything of those past thoughts and things like that. I feel like you're evolving. It's like you're changing. Between the Two of Wands and the Moon, yep, you have the Scythe. This is the Jack of Diamonds. The Scythe is definitely a card of cutting something out. So I feel like for some of you, it could just say you're going to have a new beginning. For others, I feel like you're just stepping off on a new path with that Jack of Diamonds, moving towards success. It's called the Scythe. It represents cutting something out, but it is a card of a harvest. It's like a card of, it's kind of like wheat. Wheat is being cut on this card, which represents abundance. So I feel like there is abundance coming in for you here, Sagittarius. This could also be new love coming in for you as well. I feel like for some of you, this is about needing to open up in communication and love if you are looking for love, especially with that Moon card. There could be a lot of hidden energy, or some of you could be watching someone. This could be like a secret admirer, someone who has their eye on you. It could be a Pisces. You always have Pisces showing up in your readings. You have the Moon card here. You have pretty much, this is just a general reading. It could be any sign that's coming in for you. Between the Hermit and the Temperance card, you have the Two of Hearts. Two of Hearts is a perfect match in love for you. So the Two of Hearts is not a real Lenormand card. I'm using the maybe Lenormand deck, and this is a deck that kind of has just random cards in it. And I feel like this could be a perfect match coming in for you. It's like someone needs to speak up here, Sagittarius, especially I would say if you're interested in someone, I feel like there needs to be more communication. If someone's interested in you, obviously they need to open up as well. With the Two of Swords here and the Page of Swords, you have the Four of Spades, some sort of recovery here. And so the Four of Spades is a card of rest, relaxation, recovery. If you're trying to make a difficult decision with this Two of Swords, then what I would say is that that 4 of spades says that you need some time to recover. I also, a card just flew halfway across my room. I can see it. It's the Child. And the Child is basically the Page of Swords. It is the Jack of Spades. And the Child can represent needing to kind of be curious, needing to look into things. So if you're not sure about a decision you need to make, I mean, look, you have the Mouse spirit as well, which says tend to the small things, pay attention to small details. The Page of Swords, same thing. So I think you need to pay attention to small details here. But again, the card that flew out, if you're wondering, is the Jack of Spades. And the only reason I can't reach it is because I'm connected by a wire right now to the recorder. So that's why I'm not going to go pick it up. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Between the Moon and the 8 of Wands, you have the 7 of Clubs, again, called the Mice. You have the Mouse. This is called the Mice. The 7 of Clubs is about paying attention to small details. It's considered to be a challenging card in the Lenormand because it's a card of like very slow progress or things moving very slowly. So I feel like there has been slow progress, but look, you have the 8 of Wands. It's like quick progress is being made in your life. Between the Temperance card and the King of Wands, you have the 7 of Hearts. This is called the Tree, and the tree represents like your family tree. It could also represent your roots as well. So some of you could be going back to your roots. You could be going back to something that you knew in the past. And again, I'm not referring to love here. I'm talking about maybe like a job or a business or something like that. For others, I feel like some sort of commitment coming in for you. Again, let's clarify with this last row. Again, just so people know, I clarify all the rows at the end. So we're going to clarify this at the end. Your top row outcome, you have the 5 of Hearts. Definitely new love coming in for you in this row. 2 of Hearts, 7 of Clubs, 5 of Hearts. I feel like there are some hidden details in a potential love situation for you here, Sagittarius. So if you're looking for love, I feel like I just feel like there are a lot of things that need to be worked out. This feels like new love to me. So I feel like you could be moving on to new love, but I feel like there could be some obstacles to getting to a person that you're interested in. I feel like these things, I feel like it's actually a lot easier than you think, Sagittarius. I do feel like there needs to be communication here. This is like some sort of secret admirer type situation. Could be an air sign for you here, Sagittarius, as well, with that Page of Swords. Plus that Child card that's sitting on the ground over there also would represent an air sign. So there could be new love. This card in this deck, again, this is not a real Lenormand card. In the playing card reading system, I used to say that this card represented jealousy, but to me, this could also represent some sort of new beginning. And in this deck here, they call it Cupid or something like that. And it could represent like love coming into your life. So I do feel like there's definitely new love coming in. There's like some sort of obstacle to getting this moving forward. Could be distance. I'm wondering if it's distance or with this 7 of Clubs here, this mouse card in the middle, if this is love, it could just be beliefs. Like maybe you or this person doesn't feel like they're good enough to have this love here. And especially with this 2 of Hearts, this perfect match, could have to do with beliefs. In your middle row, you have the 4 of Clubs. I used to call the 4 of Clubs Mercury retrograde in the playing card reading system. To me, it's a card of a lack of details. Again, needing to pay attention to the small details here with these cards. It can also just represent retrograde energy. It can represent retrograde things happening in your life, Sagittarius. So I feel like for some of you, it could just represent retrograde situations. Your bottom row, you have the King of Spades here. So definitely could be a air sign coming in for you, or someone with a lot of air in their chart. Could also be someone who's very mature, hardworking, determined. This card is called the Lily. So it can represent someone coming in with a gift as well for you this week. This is kind of a weird reading, so I'm going to pull another row for you, Sagittarius, because I just want to see what the heck is your true outcome. So let's ask for an outcome for Sagittarius. King of Cups. So love, definitely, this is someone who's very emotionally connected, I feel. Again, could be a water sign, could be an air sign. Water and air stand out to me here. So it could be either or. That's coming in for you. Obviously it's just a general reading. People always say that they're confused when I say it could be a water sign or an air sign. I'm like, well, it's a general reading. I'm reading for like 6 billion of you. So, it could be either or, right? And if that's confusing, then I don't know what to tell you. But I feel like this is a perfect match coming in for you here. I'm really focused on his robe here with this. He's got this like blue robe on for some reason. I feel like there's some sort of change. Neptune moves back to 18 degrees. Neptune's retrograde, it'll hit 18 degrees probably around that November time frame, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that. This is Chris's crappy astrology right now, not Chris's good astrology. But I feel like for some of you around that November time frame, you could be meeting someone. I feel like there's this boat in the background as well. This could be involving distance or travel with this boat that's right here. For some of you, I'm getting like a J name as well. I got it earlier. For some reason, it was popping into my head as Jenna. But I feel like it could be any J name that is coming in for you as far as love is concerned. It could be like their middle name. It could be their last name as well with this King of Cups. I don't really do names, so, you know, take it for what it's worth. I feel like whatever this person touches turns to gold as well. I feel like that's how this will stand out to you. I feel like this person stands out if this is love. If it's not them, it's you. I feel like whatever you're doing right now, it's like your words are gold with this Eight of Wands. He's got this like golden cloak on as well. And I'm like getting like the golden fleece is popping into my head. So I feel like your feelings, your imaginations, whatever you imagine to be true is true with this Eight of Wands. Next, you have two cards here, the Fool and the Ace of Wands. Definitely some sort of major new beginning due to a change. Exactly what I've been saying this whole entire reading. So I feel like there's some sort of major new beginning due to a change. It's almost like you can't help but start something with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is like a spark, you know? It's like that kind of first spark to getting started on some sort of journey, and the Fool is taking a leap of faith. I feel like you need to take a leap of faith on something. Seven of Cups, a little bit of confusion still in your reading with the Seven of Cups being spoiled for choice, but I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you. I kind of like the Seven of Cups. You know what's a weird message that's popping into my head for you, Sagittarius? I really feel like this Seven of Cups is saying, like, yeah, there are good things coming in for you, you know, but sometimes when we have like more good things coming in, we also have to deal with some extra, you know, responsibilities or whatever. So I feel like there's kind of some extra stuff coming in for you here. I feel like you need to make I feel like you need to make what you want known to the universe is what this reading is saying. It's actually, like I said, a weird reading, but extremely important, because I feel like it's saying you need to verbalize what you want to the universe with that Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is your rockets of desire. One of my favorite people of all time, Esther Hicks, and she's a channeler. And she says that we're always shooting off our desires, rockets of desires, into the universe, and we have to wait for those things to like come back to us. But I feel like all you really have to do is I feel like you just have to be very clear about your desires in life, and you will get them, plain and simple. So I love this for you. This looks amazing. So thank you for watching, Sagittarius. Did I say Aquarius? Sorry if I said Aquarius, but Sagittarius, thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.